What's going on, y'all? Datwon Thomas here, editor-in-chief of Vibe Magazine. And, of course, we have the king up in here, my man, 19 Keys. What's going on, bro?
Appreciate that, good brother.
How you been?
Vibes over here.
That's all we do. That's all we do, man. It's wild to be able to see you use social media in the way that you have to get your message out to our people and everything. Was that always your intent to be able to, all right, I'm going to make it on a level where it's like a little bit more visually appealing, because you have like flyers and everything for what you do. I've always looked at that as like, wow, he's taking the message in a different direction.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we got people say a lot of stuff. I'm a king, I'm a god, I'm this, that, and the third. For me, it starts with proof, right? Like if you got the light, meaning you got the knowledge, but you ain't got no work, you still in the darkness, right? You got to be able to show and prove. And one thing that we got to be able to produce is to compete with those at the top. Right, like if I want somebody's attention, they got a certain time budget. They're gonna allocate that towards Netflix. They're gonna allocate that towards YouTube. So how do I get into people's time? Well, I have to be aesthetically pleasing. I have to use the full resource of my creativity. I gotta have strategies in the way that I go about doing things. Anything can be done if you got the right strategy, right? So if I want to reach my people, I want to make sure I do it at a high level. There are things that we take for granted in luxury, right? Financial literacy, intelligence, consciousness. So I'm gonna just produce it like a luxury. Right, because when you look at the big brands, they created things aspirational. So, you know, they put it a little bit out of our reach, and it makes us feel good when we can finally get it. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna package it in the right way. I'm gonna study marketing, branding, design, everything before I do it. So if I put in that energy and I put in that time, then you respect it. Right, and so that's what we've been able to do, something that ain't never been done, especially with high-level conversations, having one of the #1 shows in the world. But it's like, it's long-term, but we did it like a show. It's not a podcast, right? We got B-roll on there. Shout out to my brother Amechi. We put in the text on there. We shot it like a real show. I put all my money up, right, to make sure that it was done independently the right way. And then it had to be done in a manner where I want to be able to say what I need to say in order for this to be structured in an authentic way so that people can receive it organically versus it got to be filtered because we got too many people in our pockets.
My goodness, man. Do y'all see that? That's what you get on high-level conversations. That was the vision. You know what I'm saying? He had a breakdown of the vision. I think one of the other things is, how did hip-hop help infuse you growing up? And how does it feel now to you as far as like the messaging is concerned?
Well, you know, growing up, I seen hip-hop artists as heroes, right? You know, like, from the style that they dress, the way they go out there, the way they demonstrate, like, I always tell the story. I remember when Wayne said he was the greatest rapper alive. And I was in awe and shock of that moment, but then he went on the journey of proving it. And so I looked at the demonstration from a mental level like, damn, you can say something and then go out there and become it and give that proof to the world. But you understand me, who you believe you are. And the world might not know it, and they got to catch up to it, but the only way is if you execute it. So I've always took a lot of the you know, we got a saying in the nation, settle on the best part. A person may do a lot of negative, but everybody got some good. All right, so I've always settled on the best part. Like Nipsey Hussle was probably one of the most latest demonstrations of somebody doing hip hop and the rap game right, right? And so hip hop has always had its saviors and its leaders. We started off with the social commentary pushing the culture forward, and now it's time to just reintegrate that a lot more, because otherwise, as we see, nobody got a #1 right now. And that's because hip-hop is losing the foundations of what it started off, those core principles. So you got to add all of those elements in there is what makes the flavor of hip-hop the dish that we've all loved and grew up with.
That's real, man. That's real. If you had to, because we're asking, what are some of your favorite hip-hop albums of all time? Not even like your top 5, but just some of your favorite of all time.
Man, this is tough right here. God damn. Hip-hop albums. You know, growing up, I used to always get all Ye albums. Almost every album that came out, College Dropout, you know, hearing songs like Family Business. I'm terrible with album names. I know songs more than anything.
That's
so
cool. That's cool.
I'm gonna go with Victory Lap for sure, or the Marathon rather. But I gotta go with Nip, because sonically, as a street dude, the way, you know, him and Rance 1500 put that together, it was just masterful.
Big.
Yeah,
Big.
yeah. And I'm talking with Rance right now. He trying to get me in the studio to do some things because I like freestyling.
You already know.
But I say, if you can make it sound like that, I'm with it then. You know what I'm saying? But same thing, Jay-Z Blueprint, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are albums I feel like that really, like, covered me and pushed me. You know what I'm saying? Those are albums I listened to that were songs that I played when I was in the streets. You know what I mean? Things that inspired me as I was moving throughout my day. Yeah.
Who is it right now that you feel like you would love to have on high level conversations that you haven't had yet?
You talking about hip hop artists?
Anybody.
Man, well, to keep it in the realm of hip hop, man, I'd love to have, of course, Jay-Z on there. I'd love to have Andre 3000 on there. Yeah, I'd love to have Kodak Black on there just to switch up the dynamics of the conversation. There's a lot of people. I mean, high-level conversations, we going on season 3, and we have a long list of people. I want Denzel on the show, so we reaching out, trying to get him going. I'm trying to get Morgan Freeman to narrate the beginning, right? So, you know, we trying to push things to another level. You know, we like to have scientists, philosophers, hip-hop artists. It's a wide-range dynamic because I can sit across from the smartest person in the world and carry a conversation. So that's what high-level conversations is about.